Hello and welcome to the CSA Renewals Early Bird Challenge. I'm Sadie, the Network Coordinator here at the CSA Innovation Network, where our mission is to strive to bring you resources and tools to help your CSA thrive. Today, we're kicking off a full week of wonderful content aimed at preparing you to run a successful CSA renewal campaign through the approach of an Early Bird Challenge. If you want to see your CSA customers return to you for next season sooner rather than later, then join this challenge. You will have some homework to complete, but we promise it'll be worth it. So follow along with us using our hashtag CSA Early Bird Challenge. Let's dive in. For day one of this early bird challenge, we're going to talk about the importance of setting a short sales time period for your early bird CSA renewal sales. Don't set up open-ended, months-long early bird sales offers. Those don't work. There's no reason for someone to commit now to buying your CSA if you don't create that reason for them. So let's talk about how you generate the motivation for people to buy into your CSA early. First, a deadline. Deadlines make people take action. Today, our goal is for you to decide what that specific time container and deadline will be for your early bird sales offer window. A lot of people, and you might be thinking that you're reluctant to put a time period on this for some reason. Maybe you think people will feel pressured, or what if they don't buy at all? If they're not ready yet, could that mean that their chance is over if they pass by your CSA this time around? It doesn't usually mean that people can't buy your CSA after the promotion. It just means that this time period is when you're going to create the best offer of the year. That way to get people to take action is to have a great offer that's irresistible, which we'll talk about in our day 2 video, and to also implement that short time period. That creates scarcity. Nothing makes people take action like having a great deal that's scarce and with a deadline tied to it. So, by putting a deadline with the great offer that you've thrown together, we're basically going to get your customers to make a decision, whether that's yes, which is great, or no, that's okay too. Just get people to decide now. They can always re-decide later if you still have spots open in your CSA. They just might have to pay a little bit more or miss out on a bonus item that you're only offering during the early bird time. Again, we're going to cover the specifics of what will be contained in your early bird offer with the day 2 video, so stay tuned. So, getting back to the timing, once you know that you should have a short and sweet window of time for your early bird promotion to run, we'll recommend 1 to maybe 2 weeks at most as that time period for the offer to be live. Partially, it would be exhausting for you to keep up the momentum for longer than that. And on your customer side, having a shorter window makes it much easier for people to quickly decide and sign up, instead of lingering over the thought of whether to sign up or not, or maybe letting it fall off of their radar. So let's think through one scenario as an option. Let's say you have your early bird sales open on Monday, November 7th, and close a couple of Fridays later on the 18th. That's the Friday before Thanksgiving. Wouldn't it feel nice for your customers to already have next year's CSA locked in before getting into the holiday season? That can be part of your planning and promotional messaging, which we'll get into during day 3 of the challenge. However, there are more ideal times than others to run your early bird campaign, so you do want to think this through carefully. Find a time that makes sense for you, but also for your customer's mindset. There are certain times of year that are harder for customers to drop a chunk of cash into something. For example, it's probably a good idea to avoid the weeks right around Christmas. Maybe wait until January once the New Year's rolled around and consider if people have more cash flow at that time of year. Maybe if they don't, though, you'll want to we'll discuss in day 2's video about how to offer different payment options so people can be comfortable and able to commit to paying. How about having your early bird renewal period sooner, during the last week or 2 of your CSA season? This will be when people are saying goodbye to your season right now and thinking about next year. While they've got their produce in hand, could be a great opportunity for you to remind them what the value is of signing up. Or possibly you can hold off until a little bit later in February or early March, right before you open up the CSA for the regular season, if that's when you would have time to run this offer. But consider if you need the cash flow earlier. So all of these factors are things to think about. And with all of that in mind, here is your homework assignment. Decide when your early bird dates will be. When are you going to make the offer officially open? And then when will you close it? Keep it as short as you dare within that 1 to 2 week window that we've recommended. Then come back to our network videos. Have this time window in mind later this week when we're continuing the challenge. Up next, we'll talk about the components to include in your early bird offer, and then we'll finish up this challenge with all the messaging and promotions you'll need to set up around it. This is exciting stuff. Getting people looped into your CSA sooner rather than later, that's wonderful for any CSA farm. Well, that's all we've got for day one of the CSA Renewals Early Bird Challenge. Do your homework, make sure to follow along with us for the rest of this week, and you'll get all the tips and tricks you need to successfully set up your early bird campaign at your CSA farm. Then head to the CSA Innovation Network's website via the link in our bio once this challenge concludes, and you can get all of this information bundled up in a nice package for your future reference. We'll continue sharing resources along the way too. Share this challenge with your fellow CSA farmers and friends with the hashtag CSA Early Bird Challenge. Stay tuned for day 2 and day 3 after that. We'll see you soon.